Hello, friends and fiends. To celebrate Black Cat Awareness Month, we are offering author readings from Dancing in the Shadows, a tribute to Anne Rice. All proceeds from sales of the book go directly to the Animal Rescue League of New Orleans. Sit back and enjoy the readings.
Good evening. This is Lamont Turner and my pal Shadow, who identifies as a black cat slightly underbaked. I'd like to say a few words about the Animal Rescue of New Orleans. Shadow has a good home, but many of his brothers and sisters need your help. The best way to do this is to make a donation, or you can purchase Dancing in the Shadows, a tribute to Anne Rice, the proceeds of which go to the aforementioned organization. This book contains many gothic and ghastly stories sure to send a shiver down your spine, including one titled Green as Life by yours truly, of which I'm about to give you a small taste. I sat for a good while staring at the words on my phone, knowing I would be unable to write them in my notebook. What a fool I was. I knew she was long dead, yet I allowed myself to become infatuated with her. I was in love with a memory. Worse, someone else's memory from nearly 2 centuries ago. Disgusted with myself, I clicked on the photo of the following page, thinking I could discover the location of Elsa's burial and lay the whole episode to rest by leaving some small tribute of flowers on her grave. Perhaps I would leave a photo too, divesting myself of the last vestige of my folly. Instead, the words I read pulled me back in. June 8th. There is still hope. I had performed the necessary procedures while the body was still warm, though it cost me a small fortune to secure the aid and silence of the servants. Still hope. What was I reading? Was this the point where Woolward had slipped into madness? There was just one entry, dated June 10th. The fools! They have ruined everything. They will not listen. They will not believe me. Intrigued but unable to make sense of it, and exhausted from the incessant coughing that accompanied my reading, I fell asleep, only this time I didn't dream a pleasant conversation, soft lips pressed to mine. I saw Elsa floating in a sort of steel tub filled with a clear liquid. Just under the surface, she seemed asleep, her long red hair drifting around her head like a flame that refused to be extinguished. I bent over her, unsure of what I was supposed to do, and searched for some sign of life in her pale features. Alive or dead, she was beautiful. I found myself longing to plunge into the tank with her, to take her into my arms and kiss her awake. As if in answer to my thoughts, her arm jutted up, and I felt cold fingers around my throat. Still submerged, her eyes were open, her lips spread wide to let out a scream I could not hear. Green, I shouted upon awakening. The entire visible surface of her eyes had been firmly and faintly a luminous shade of green. My God, I understood. The record of Woolward's experiments had ended with his attempt to revive a human corpse, but it had not been the body of some stranger pulled from the grave or purchased from the gallows. He had been trying to revive Elsa. No wonder they had sent him to the asylum. I sat there for some time, struggling with my thoughts as I tried to catch my breath. I realized I was sick enough to require medical attention, but something nagged at my mind, preventing me from considering my plight. 3 days. Woolward's process had required 3 days to show results. From what I could gather from his journal, the experiment had been interrupted before it had been allowed to progress to its conclusion. What if? And I think I will conclude there rather than give the ending away. Hopefully you'll purchase this volume or just make a direct donation to the Animal Rescue of New Orleans. Like I said, these animals can really use your help. Thank you.